Hello, Math 8 kiddos. I wanted to share with you what we were doing in class just because I think it's helpful reminders before we take our assessment on Wednesday. So I wanted to go over what we did with the bell ringer. So the first two questions says, what part of the expression represents the quotient? So the keyword there is quotient, and that means division. So if we were talking about this expression right here, we would say 18 divided by 6 is the quotient. Now, technically, you could do that division and figure out what the quotient is, but we're just looking at the expression as is, so really we just want to look for 18 divided by 6. That would be the quotient. Versus, what part of the expression represents the difference? That means subtraction. So you can write that one of two ways. You could do 23 minus 18, that would be perfectly fine because you're looking at the expression as is. But because we do have all numbers here and not variables, you could actually start solving, and since we would do division before subtraction, you could do 18 divided by 6, which is 3, and write 23 minus 3. That would work too. This is more so what I'm looking for, but just so you're aware, that would work too. Okay. The one other thing we went over was this writing a phrase for this particular expression. This was one I noticed on the exit card a lot of people were still making mistakes on, so just make sure you truly understand this. I'm going to go over it here, but if you want to go back and rewatch Friday's video, that might be a good idea. So this is, because we have parentheses here, we're applying that 15, and remember when the 15's, or when a number is next to the parentheses like that, it just means multiplication. So this really means we're taking 15 times m and 15 times n. So the way we would say that correctly, you cannot just say 15 times m plus n, because that would look actually like this if that is the phrase you were using. Well, that's not what we want. So we have to show that we're applying that 15 to that entire sum, both the m and the n. So to do that, you start off with 15 times, okay? But then you have to say the sum. You cannot just say one of the numbers, okay? And we have to say the sum of m and n because if we had numbers here, like if m and n were different numbers that we had, you would be doing the parentheses first to solve. So that means you would find the answer to that addition problem first. And that's what the sum means, is the answer to an addition problem. So that's why you specifically need to say the sum, not just 15 times plus m and n. That doesn't work. You have to specifically use the sum in this case because that's what you'd be doing, is adding these together, then multiplying that answer from the addition problem to 15. Okay, so just make sure you know how to do that. Again, watch the video on Friday if you need more clarification. So we're just practicing the whole reading and writing expressions to prepare for our assessment on Wednesday. So real quick, one thing I really need you to go do, and if you have questions on this, please ask. I want to make sure you know how to check for your feedback on exit cards. We've had a lot of exit cards and assessments and stuff like that, but I've never really shown you how to get there, I realized. So I want to make sure you know how to get there and see your feedback. So if you go to your Gmail, and by the way, if you want to pause the video and do this step by step with me, feel free to do that. But if you go to Gmail, and if you're not sure how to do that, just Google Gmail or put gmail.com or something like that, and you're going to your school one. Anyway, so then you should see an email that says either like something about your exit card, like it might say writing expressions exit card. You may even see your parts of an expression one too if you haven't looked at that yet. Or it might start with something that says score released. If you have already looked at this, just make sure you did actually look at it all the way through, not just look at the score. So if you already deleted it, it'd be in your trash, but this should be in your inbox. And I know you might have a lot of emails if you don't see your Gmail regularly. So if you need help finding it, please ask. I will do my very best to help you at home. It's easier to help in person, but I'll try and help you at home too if you send me an email. But go through your email and find the one that says score released, and it should be for your writing expressions exit card. You can also look at your parts of an expression exit card. Open that email and click view score. I know it gives you the score there, but I want you to see the feedback because that's really what you need to see if you got things wrong. So don't worry about what the actual score says, because maybe you were close on some. So maybe your score is like 3 out of 6, but maybe you were close on those other 3. So go look at the feedback to learn, because this only went in as a did you do it or not. There is no score put in. So please make sure you go and look over it. So click view score on that email and look through the exit card. You should see the answers, and those are just some possible answers depending on the problem. And the feedback I left, if you got something wrong, I always left you a comment. So please read that so you can learn from it, okay? And like I said, if you didn't do that for your parts of an expression, you can do that as well. So that's how you look at your exit card feedback. I'll try and remind you to do that every so often when we have exit cards. The last thing is some directions for today. So you have some task cards to do, and there's a recording sheet with it. Please make sure you're checking with the answer key either as you go or at the end. There are a couple of problems where maybe you have a slightly different answer, so if you're not sure, you can always ask me. But for the most part, those answers should be the same typically. If you want extra practice, this is for the in-person students for the Finish Early, but if you would like to do some extra practice, these are 2 good IXLs that you can do, Y1 and Y6. They are not homework. The only homework is the task cards, but they are options if you want. And I just now realized this says expressions assessment tomorrow. It really should say Wednesday, okay? But our next time, because you have Tuesday off for the election day. But on Wednesday, we do have that. So this is your review day for that. So please make sure you do it. Check with the answer key, turn it in, all that good stuff. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me. Good luck. I know you can do it.